Hello, this is Andrea Kaiser, Triple Diamond with It Works, and joining me is Ashley Fischer. She is a Triple Diamond with It Works as well. We
Hello.
we're kind of doing an impromptu training for you guys. Just decided to do it about 15, 20 minutes ago. Get all the information out there for you guys. So hopefully we'll get a lot of people watching us live. If not, we will definitely share the link so that you can watch later. Some of the things that we're going to go over are some things that my team has said that they would like to learn more about and hear more about. And the first thing that I'm going to go over is basically sealing the deal with your potentials and somebody that you're wrapping. So what are some of the things that we're saying or doing to get people to basically become a loyal customer or become a distributor when they have already showed interest? So Ashley, I'm going to start with you on distributors. I'd like you to go over a few of the things that you do with your potential distributors to encourage them to take the leap of faith, within themselves.
Yeah. So I kind of love the distributor side because I feel, sorry, I'm going to stop moving you guys. I'm just getting Drea prepared for her cruise a little bit. Seeing if you get a little motion sickness. Okay, sorry. I feel like that's kind of my gift personally because I learned a while ago to offer the opportunity to everybody, even if we were talking as loyals. I learned to say, if they were buying a box of wraps, well, for $40 more, you can get the wraps and make money. Or I learned to start saying, are you interested in trying the products, or are you interested in trying the products and making money too? And so the distributor side for me is kind of the part that I like because, it's changed our life so much. That why wouldn't we want to change people's lives while they use the products that they love at the same time? I think one of the biggest things that I do is follow-up is really important, and I believe, the fortune is in the follow-up, so I'm pretty consistent in following up with people. And while you're doing that follow-up, it develops that relationship because the follow-up doesn't just have to be like, hey, it's Friday, are you ready to sign up yet? It starts to become, you get to know each other, you get to know their kids, you get to know their family, and I like to learn their why, like, why do you want to join this business? Is it for the free product? Is it for, earning for us personally, it was, we needed to make like $100 to pay for the skinny pack that I was getting. So I like to kind of find out why they're starting, because that's going to help you get them started, and then it's going to help you keep them going once they do get started. So I follow up with a lot of my distributors and make sure we're following up, make sure we're finding out why they want to get started so that I can really plug into that and help them. And then if they're kind of, on the fence, I like to find out why. Why are they on the fence? Like, what's holding you back from making a decision? And, this is a different business model than pretty much anybody's used to. Excuse me, my phone is going off somewhere around here. We're all used to going, to college and getting a job and then working for somebody once we get a job. And so to take a leap of faith and join this type of business is a lot of times pretty scary for people. So I like to kind of, find out what's holding them back, if something is holding them back, if they're not making the decision to join. So, if it's, I live in a small town, then we go ahead and tell them how they can work this business even living in a small town. Or if it's, I'm shy, then I tell them how they can work this business even though they're shy. Or if it's, whatever the reasons are that they have for being concerned with working this business, so that we can really problem solve before they ever get started, so that when they do get started, they'll have the best success that they could have. So I really like to do the follow-up, making sure that we're following up consistently, and developing that relationship during the follow-up, and really, you know, especially when bonus time, highlighting, like, it's bonus time, you know, like, you can still qualify for that good bonus, or, you know, for that Ruby bonus, or for that cruise right now. And then while you're talking to them, finding out what their, you know, maybe apprehensions are, because there's an answer for everything, and you know, a way to get around living in a small town, or being shy, or, you know, only having one car, because I lived in a town where I didn't know anybody. I was pretty fairly shy, and we only had one car, and now we're triple diamond. So there is a way that anybody can work this business. So that's kind of how I like to get it started.
So I had to walk away. This is a family business. We get to work this business with our families, and being more involved with our kids. And so sometimes that comes with the little distractions and having to walk away and tend to that. So Ashley, I just wanted to ask you, is there a lot of background noise on your side?
No.
Okay. Good, because my son's playing Beyblades, my daughter's kind of having a meltdown, you know, things like that happens. But
yeah, my son's like scratching on the door.
Yeah. So, honey, we're doing okay. In the living room. So, sorry about that. But you know, one of the things, just to kind of follow up with what you said, and I don't know, some of it I might have missed because I was dealing with that, but and I may be repeating some of the things that you said, but I seriously was chatting with one of the girls on my team, and I said, you need to offer, because she asked how to get distributors, and I said, you need to offer the opportunity. Hold on one second. No? You guys can go okay, sorry about that. But anyway, so she was asking, you know, I'm having a hard time getting distributors, so what can I do to get distributors? And I said, well, are you offering the opportunity to everybody? So I said, are you offering the opportunity to everybody? Because sometimes people don't really know what they want until they know what's available to them. So I just told her, start going over the party pad, the whole thing. Don't say, are you interested in the opportunity? Because they're probably going to say no. You say, okay, so I go over the whole party pad, and this is the opportunity side. Like, once I get to that point, I say, so I'm going to go over this because sometimes people don't know what's really available to them, and I want to make sure that you understand what this really is and what is available to you and the opportunity. So I encouraged her to do that part. Like, just, it's $99 to join, and we follow the steps to success and go over all of that. And I'm going to say to you guys, if you're not utilizing the party pad, then you are limiting your full potential in this business. I used to look at it like it was like, oh my gosh, this just makes me look like I don't know what I'm doing because I'm having to follow along in this little deal. But what happens is the more and more you do it, and the more you follow along in the party pad, the less that you actually need it and actually look at it. But now you are still going over the very important things that's in it. And there's no reason to recreate the wheel when we already know it works. So that's something you got to get out of your own head. Like, everybody thinks that they've got a better idea on what works. But I can say that this company has gotten where it is because of the tools that they've put in place for us to use. And so I think that's just really something that you need to think about and utilize. My kids weren't needing this much attention before I started this training video.
And he's not sharing.
Well, we're gonna pick a movie that we both like, and we're gonna turn it off, okay? And then you guys can go to your room. So
He's not helping.
Okay, go to your room.
He's still not doing it.
Actually, I'm gonna have you go ahead and I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna have you go ahead and talk about the loyal customers and some of the things that you do with your loyal customers, and then I'm gonna get my kids set up here.
Okay. So, okay, guys, I posted the live link, and I'm doing that a little bit still because we had the wrong one. So let me get that out there. Okay, so loyal customers. Customer retention is so important in this business because if you don't practice, thank you, good customer service and have good customer retention, then all you're going to be doing is every 3 months replacing people, right? And excuse me, I'm drinking soda. And if you are in that kind of rat wheel right now, then you know what I'm talking about. So customer retention is really important because you want to have customers for life. And it's hard to be good at because you got to organize yourself. And if you're not a green, which I will openly admit am not a green personality, if you don't, you know, kind of a little bit. So what we like to do where we are and what we got good at was the organization with our leads and our customers. So I like to follow up with our customers before their auto ship is going to run. And hi, you're back. I like to follow up with them before their auto ship is going to run and say, you know, they're supposed to get a reminder from corporate, but how personal would it be to get a reminder from the person that they placed an order with? So if you follow up with them the month that their auto ship is going to run, a good practice is 2-2-2, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. So they place their order, you follow up with them within 2 days. They're not going to have their order yet, by the way. So I usually follow up with them actually the day that now it's my kid. I usually follow up with them actually the day that they place their order, and my dog, meet Phoebe. And the day that they place their order, you know, I say, hey, you're in, and I send a little snippet about the, you know, the referral program and like how they log in and how they can share and all that stuff. And I actually, honestly, offer to host a party for our loyal customers to help them get referrals.
I hit my head.
I'm sorry that you hit your head. Are you okay? Let me feel it. It's okay.
It won't hurt.
Okay. So I actually offer them to do a party. Everyone meet Jackson. And so I offer to do a party for them in that little snippet. So the day I sign them up, I'm offering the day I sign them up, I'm you know, saying, hey, you're in, here's your ID number, da 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 da, and by the way, here's our referral program, here's how it works, and I would love to host a party for you to help you get referrals. Because if you've got a distributor who's willing to have, or a loyal who's willing to have a party and who gets a bunch of referrals, then you've got an awesome potential distributor sitting on your hands. And if not, then you've got a lot of volume boost right there. So sorry, I have cranky dogs too. So I like to do that for our loyals, and then I also like to follow up. Then 2 weeks, they should have gotten their products. I usually ask them to follow up with me when they get their stuff, but if they don't, then I'm like, hey, I'm gonna follow up with you in 2 weeks, and I follow up with them in 2 weeks. How are you liking your stuff? You know, do you have your wraps? Whatever. Did you get your stuff? Do you know how to use it? And all that. And then I follow up again at 2 months because I want to make sure they know that their, you know, that their perk points are about to, or their free shipping's about to kick in, and they've gathered perk points on all these orders, and you know, kind of some of the perks about being a loyal customer. I also am going to really work on part of my organization on sending out like a monthly newsletter where we'll have like a product highlight, and every month, you know, I'll highlight another product. One of the products I love to highlight with our loyal customers, especially on that like 2 month order, is our greens. because when you get someone on greens, many of us who are on greens know that if you are on greens, you're on greens for life because they make you feel good. It is superior nutrition for your body, and your body responds to it, and so you don't want to go without it. So I really love to like highlight the greens to people or to use that as like my upsell product with people. So that's a lot of our loyal customer follow-up. And, like I said, I always offer the opportunity. So if they've done, a couple months of ordering, I'm asking how they like their products because if they have great results, why not make money off of your great results? I ask a lot of my loyals to share their results with me, and, we kind of talk. I try to do the 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, but then I also talk sporadically kind of in between those with them. And so if they've got great results, then I am offering the opportunity for them to join our business and really make money off of their own, the being a product of the product. And off of their own testimony. So that's kind of what we do with our loyals as far as like retention and, the customer service part of it.
So for people like me, I'm so unorganized. And I have really good intentions of following up with people, and I'm just kind of real with my customers and everybody. I'm just like, hey, I'm not going to bug you, but if you need anything, just know that I'm here. If you have any questions, don't ever hesitate to ask. But I really love what you're saying about like with your parties, like, let's get a party going to all those loyal customers and just showing them like, because sometimes, we do sign loyal customers based off of just maybe they saw something on Facebook that they liked and they're going to order it, and they don't really know like what the presentation looks like. And so once they actually see your presentation, they could potentially become your distributor anyways. But what are some of the things, like, do you set reminders in your phone on your new loyal customers for each month? So like follow up, or how are you remembering to get in touch with their people?
So that's kind of the part that I'm making you guys sick again. So that's kind of the part that I'm still perfecting because that's the great thing about this business is you learn and you're always growing. So I'm actually working with MailChimp and going to try to start getting MailChimp to set up to do those monthly products, like highlights to email everybody. There's also a thing called easytexting.com where you can put people in groups, and so you can like group your customers. And so it took me a little bit of time because I wasn't organized from the beginning, and now that I'm moving, all of that work has been destroyed. So it's going to take me a little bit of time again. But I looked at I tried, I'm pretty good about keeping track of my loyals. I write who I sign up in my planner on the day that I sign them up so that I can look at, and then I write them at the next month, like on that day. So like I sign them up June 5th. They're going to show up on July 5th. And so when I turn my calendar to July, I'm going to see them, on July 1st and be like, oh, I got a message to those people or whatever. And so I use an old school, like, paper planner still a lot. Like, I don't even use the calendar on my iPhone because I still am in that, like, archaic age where I like to write stuff down. But you can group your customers and your team and everybody on easy texting, so you can text groups. So you can honestly put all of your June loyals in a group and text all of your June loyals July 1st. And it makes it a lot easier. And then you can put all of your distributors in, or all of your loyals in a group on MailChimp, and you can send them all the same email on, June 1st. But yeah, I write a lot of my stuff down in a planner. I put a lot of my stuff down in a planner so that I, like, I write them down when I sign them up, and so then I am looking and I'm like, oh, it's been 2 weeks, I got to follow up with them. And that planner is it's like my daily thing. And then I do follow up Friday. So most of my follow up happens on Friday. So a lot of times the 2 weeks, I'm kind of, like I said, I kind of ask them to follow up with me when they get their stuff. So a lot of times my 2 weeks is kind of, it may be like 2 weeks and 3 days, or it may be like 1 week and 5 days, because I'm going to do it on Friday. And I'm kind of working that out when we move too. I'm going to start doing admin class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so it's not so large on just one day. But yeah, so Friday's kind of the day that I sit down, and that's the day that I'm dedicating to, like, building my business on a computer by, doing my customer retention or whatever. So if you're not home full time, you kind of have to find your spaces, and maybe a nightly follow up is a better idea for you, because frankly, even for me, being home full time just one day is kind of when you have talked to literally hundreds of people in this business and you're trying to, like, consistently follow up with hundreds of people in this business, it's kind of a lot. And so, maybe it's something that you set aside. I'm going to do it from 8 to 8:30. I'm going to follow up with all of my June loyals or whatever. And I'm kind of like that. I went through nursing school in an accelerated program with an infant who had, like, surgery all the time, and a job. And so I really am and I'm totally like a red blue. So, like, I usually am blue, and so everything is like fly by the seat of your pants. And then the other side is like red, where everything is like make money. So I like fly by the seat of my pants as long as it makes me money. It's really weird. And so I've had to kind of force myself to schedule myself and stick to it, especially being home with kids or being busy. I've had to do it in both aspects of my life. When I was crazy busy, I had to schedule myself, and when I'm home with kids and have all this free time, I've had to schedule myself. Because your blue starts to take over, and then you're just like off, and before you know it, you've lost your whole day, and you're like putting your makeup on at like 6 p.m. Not like that happened today or something. Yeah, so like make a schedule and stick to it. Like, literally write down your non-negotiables, which is, family time, work, whatever it is, if you have school. Write down your non-negotiables, and I have a planner that is in 15-minute increments, and I love that thing. And if I don't have a planner like that, like, you can tell because things get unorganized. And I block out my time, and I put my non-negotiables in there, and then I have a list of what I want to do, and what I intend to do, whether it's, running leadership reports or following up with my team or following up with my loyals, whatever. I have this down, written on the side, what I want to do weekly for my business, and then I find places to put them in my schedule. And sometimes, that's going to require some sacrifice, turning off the TV to make phone calls, or, frankly, I like to work with TV on, so I, follow up while the TV's on because I have to have the noise, whatever. But, make a schedule and stick to it, and don't be willing to make excuses for yourself, and don't be willing to take excuses for yourself, is kind of what I've had to do. And some days I'm really good at it, and some days I could work on it.
Yeah, and that's just the reality, because we're just still people, and we're blue. You're blue, I'm blue. And when you've got that, it kind of like gets in the way. I'm like, oh, let's have fun. Let's have a good time. And I just want to get together with my friends and hang out, and learning how to implement that, is huge. A lot of times people are like, I don't have time to work my business. I don't have time to talk to people about this because I'm busy. I've got to go to this get together at a friend's house, so I'm not going to be able to talk to anybody there. But the reality is that you are able to talk to people there. I mean, we just went to like it was a neighborhood get-together gathering, and I was chatting with people, and the conversation comes up. It's like, what do you do for a living, right? So what do you do? Well, I am a work-from-home mom. I'm an independent distributor with It Works. Have you heard of it? And some of them said yes and some of them said no. And I texted all these women my website and my before and afters, and now I have their contact information to follow up with them. And then that was only like a, I don't know, 5-minute conversation. And then it was 2 hours of just hanging out and getting to know each other. You know, it doesn't have to consume you, but it has to be a part of your day. It has to be a part of your conversations, like a quick, hey, this is what I do. It's so awesome. It's amazing. I love it. Give me a call if you're interested. Add me on Facebook. I love getting people to follow me on Facebook because if I don't have that opportunity to chat with them for that hour of this is what we've got available to, like the 45-minute party pad presentation, which I would love to do that with everybody I talk to, but you know, that's not a reality. So I'm just like, hey, add me on Facebook in the friendly manner. And now they're watching and they're like, what is this that she's doing? And then they reach out when they're ready, when they need it. You know, and one thing that, you know, I've gotten today, I saw on our group page is like, somebody was upset about, you know, things are slowing down and they're getting blues in their business. And so what to do when you are not seeing a lot happening and you're getting discouraged. So one thing that I want to kind of go over with this is it happens. Happens for all of us. Every single one of us. I can go a month and be like, what the heck, I signed 1 loyal customer. That's horrible. When 1 month I signed 19 loyal customers and 2 distributors, right? And, you know, like I will always compare every month to that month of like 19 loyal customers, 2 distributors. What a great month. I want every month to be like that. When the reality is we're just going to hit our slow spells. And for whatever reason, you may not even realize what your reasons are. Like, did you post differently? Did you not post as much about your business? Come on. My little dog, she's in my room barking. You may not have posted as much. You maybe had a lot going on in your personal life and you didn't realize that you were really neglecting your business. And, you know, as an independent distributor, a business owner, somebody who literally your work dictates that's what you put in, what you get out. And so if you're not working your business daily, I don't care if it's only 30 minutes that you have to give or 15 minutes. And as easy as it is to like post on Facebook and set yourself a reminder, even if you can do it every 3 hours. It doesn't have to be every hour. Say every 3 hours you do a post, but you set yourself a reminder. It takes you 1 minute to do it. And it doesn't have to be before and after, before and after, before and after, before and after. Take one opportunity, one business, one adventure, and one product. So you can do things like that. I don't know if I was saying business, adventure, product, and before and after. So if you're getting that in there and you're doing it at the right times, like when people are viewing your profile the most, then that, or not viewing their profile, but actually like online on Facebook, then you're going to have more people that you reach. And another thing, like it's easy to get frustrated with your Facebook post thinking nobody's watching because they're not commenting or liking. But I'm going to tell you right now, just because they're not commenting or liking doesn't mean that they're not watching. Do a post like, if you do a post like, hey, should I do this cut and color for my hair or should I do this cut and color for my hair? And then you have all these comments and responses. They're watching. You know who's actually watching. My kids are fighting. So I'm going to go back to you, Ashley, if you want to add to that, and then I'm going to take care of this.
Okay. Yeah, so I made a post today, and if you guys have looked at my Facebook, it's crazy. So I made a post today that had a rattlesnake with like a set of keys in front of it, and it was like, so do you get the keys or do you walk home 10 miles. And you can see how many people were paying attention. We went to Lachey's, which is Nick and Drew Lachey's bar. And if you are like an 80s kid, you totally know who they are. And I ran into Drew Lachey, literally. And so I, made a post of that. And there's so many people that are watching. For our team, especially on like Instagram, we advise people to post hourly. And we use this posting motto or module of the 4Fs. We do food, faces, which are like selfies and stuff like that, or like your kids or whatever. Food, faces, funny, and fashion, and then an It Works post. And so like for me on Instagram, what I do is at night, like right now, it's 10:30 at night and you're, sitting on the couch with your spouse or whatever, watching TV or whatever, I gather the pictures that I like or think are cute. Pinterest is like awesome. Here, y'all want to know like real Ashley building business secrets? I go to Pinterest and I type in funny or whatever. I find or fashion. I type in whatever. I find a picture I like, and I'm like, oh, this girl in this bathing suit right here. Okay. I will save that to my phone. Then I'll do like an Insta size or whatever so that it'll fit Instagram, and then I'll get a couple more or whatever. And so then tomorrow, when my timer goes off for me to post, I grab one of those pictures and I post it. And then, so I do that, and I am not totally spamming the world with It Works stuff. I am, you all right? Okay. I am not totally spamming the world with my It Works stuff. I'm being more. I'm posting stuff that interests me. I'm sharing stuff about my life. And then I throw in a business post. And if you go look at my Facebook, it's the same way. It's pictures of my kids. It's pictures of, stalker selfies with Drew Lachey at the bar. Whatever. And my business is just in my life every day. You're not going to see, you might see some tummies here and there, and I've definitely revamped my Facebook a lot as I've grown in my business, but you're not going to just see like before and after, before and after, before and after. You see that I literally exude this business from like every orifice that I have, and I think that is really one of the big things. One of our girls on our team today, I was actually really, really proud and really excited. And whenever you like see your kid just do something amazing, it was kind of like that feeling. Because I have a girl on our team that posted one of those like not Instagrams, time hops, before and afters. And it was 2 years ago, it was now. And it was just a picture of her. But you could literally, and she was like, do you see the difference? It's more than just hair. And it was because you could literally see over 2 years the change from like the world's idea of happiness. Like you could just tell, like it was a stressed smile, and it was, what?
This is my second one. I had the night.
Okay, good. Jackson's drinking a lot of water. Jackson has a bad kidney, so he just wants to let you guys know that he's drinking half of his body weight in ounces of water because he has a bad kidney. But yeah, so she literally changed everything about her. And I think that that's the thing about this business. Like, we're going to change our body, going to change our wallets, hopefully, if you do it right. But more than anything is I think the interchange. I know for me, I've become a lot more of a positive person, a lot more just fun and loving, and I really think it's defined everything. Sure, it's helped my postpartum belly, and sure, it's helped my wallet, and sure, all of that, but it's changed our marriage, and it's changed me as a mother, and it's changed me as a friend, and it's given me some of the best friends. So I think when you show that, and you show that consistently, and whatever it is, if you go to the bathroom 3 times a day, what?
People get interested when they're
Right.
what it's doing in your life, without it just being like the constant before and after, before and after, before and after.
Well, and that's the whole idea of developing the relationship, and not being a salesperson. Like, you're not a salesperson. You're a network marketer, first of all. Nowhere does it ever say you're a salesman. You're a network marketer. So your job is literally to network people. And I think that's always been my gift, and that's always been what I was good at. If I had 2 groups of friends, I wanted them to be friends together. And I think that's what I've liked. And so when you are showing that networking, and you're showing those relationships, and you're showing the overall picture, and you do it consistently, it's what's going to get people interested, and it's what's going to keep people interested. Because anybody can sling something. I mean, pretty much anybody can sling something. But to literally change your whole life and to show people how to change theirs is what makes It Works Global People special. So I think it's really important to be consistent in your postings. Take 10 minutes out of your day, and out of your night, and get set up for what you're going to do tomorrow. And it's nothing amazing. Like, seriously, y'all, if you looked at my Instagram, which I made it public right now because I did post that, I hashtagged Drew Lachey, and I was just hoping that maybe they saw it. So it's public right now, but normally it's private. But, if you looked at my Instagram, my stuff isn't like I don't come up with like these long, big old, like, hoopla stuff to say. Like, I post a picture, and like it's a picture of my lips, and I'm just like, thankful for Sephora. Like, that's nothing that was difficult for people to come up with. You didn't have to have like a big old, hey, be careful. Jackson, you're I'm sorry, he's naked, and I don't want him to flash you all. Yeah.
I'm gonna go put clothes on.
Yeah, go put some underwear on, and then it won't be so concerning. Like, seriously, all you need is coffee, and it just says, yes, I do. Like, it should not be anything that takes you any amount of time. And so if you get your pictures ready at night, and you go potty, hopefully at least 3 times a day, because you should be drinking, half your body weight in ounces of water just in general every day, then make a post. Literally, you can do it while you're going potty. And then, the Facebook is kind of the same way. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to think of what to say. That's not genuine. If you're thinking, that's good, thanks. If you're thinking of what to say, and you're spending 24 hours trying to figure out what you're going to say, you're going to miss the opportunity. Like, I've missed opportunities you don't get them back. So don't sit here and think of what to say. Be genuine and just say it, unless it's a bad word, and then you don't say that, right?
Sometimes you do. I say stuff that's stupid.
You do?
Stupid.
Yeah, sometimes Jackson does say stupid, and it's a bad
I
word.
say stupid to myself.
But it's not right, is it? No. Do you know what we do for work?
No.
What do I do?
Claps.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Trick you.
Okay, so I think, as far as like the posting, it's just be consistent. Maybe take a little bit of time, 10 minutes every night, to get your pictures ready for Instagram, or like for Facebook. And before you know it, you'll have 14,000 pictures on your phone. And
yeah.
Stop that right now.
That's
being crazy.
what I wanted to add too. If you're selling anything, you're doing it wrong, because we are not salesmen. We're life changers. We help people see what's available to them by showing them what is available to them, and letting them make the decision. If you're pushing this on anybody, then you're doing it wrong, and you're just going to push them away. I think that's another reason why I've been successful with this. I don't have to try. People are always asking me, like, well, how do you do it? And I'm like, I just present the opportunity in the product.
Mm-hmm.
I leave it at that. You do not need to message 15 women a night and say, okay, so I think you should be on my team. And then the next day say, okay, so what do you think? You want to join my team? Like, we should get together. Oh, you want to meet up yet? Are you ready to meet up yet? Are you ready to join my team yet? Like, if you're doing that, you're annoying people. And honestly, I literally go about it like, I'm not going to beg anybody. Either you want it or you don't. I have something great and I love it. And so many people on my team love it. So many of my customers love it. And I would not be successful or where I am at if it didn't work. And if it was not good. If this business was not amazing, there wouldn't be all these people who are earning $10,000 in good bonuses. There would not be myself earning all the good bonuses that I was able to do. You have to have confidence in yourself, your ability, in your company. Like, you have to portray that. Even if you don't quite have it yet, pretend. Because when you do, you're gonna gain it. It will come. You will get that. It will come. I have learned that I'm an encourager. That's what I do. I think that's what we do as It Works distributors. We encourage people, we teach them, and we show them what they've got within them, whether it's your distributor or whether it's your loyal customer. I'm encouraging people to reach their health goals, their health and wellness goals, right? If it's my distributor, I'm encouraging them to reach their health and wellness goals, but then I'm encouraging them to reach their full potential, income potential, finding their own confidence, and teaching them how to actually go about and work this business. You will also sometimes find that people won't really want to grab onto what you have to offer them. They may already be a distributor, but they can't get out of their own head. They can't stop giving themselves excuses. And they won't really try. You can't waste your time on that until they can figure out that they're ready. It's all in your own timing. And so I will not be that person that begs and pushes and like wants it more for my team than they want it for themselves. And when they're ready to go, then they're ready to go and they're ready for that. I know so many people that signed up and didn't do anything for a year and then finally started, and then all of a sudden here they are, they're triple diamonds, but for the first year of their distributorship, nothing happens because they didn't believe in themselves. They didn't have the confidence yet. And so, like, if there's one thing that I can say to anybody that's listening on this or that will view later, I want to say that you just have to get out of your own head and just do it. And once you do that, you will see what your true potential really is. I never gave myself an excuse, and I let come in. I didn't let them define me in this, and I still was able to show that I can be successful in this. And my story is not done. I'm not done writing it. You're going to have the times when you've got the blues in your business and you just have to pull yourself up and out of your own rut. And what better way to do that than encouraging others, training people, helping people become successful. If you're not focusing on your team, you will go nowhere. I mean, if it's just you, there's no I in team. This is a team business. If you're working with your 3 on your top line, your 3 distributors that you signed up, and you are showing them how to go Ruby, guess what's going to happen? You're going to go Emerald, and then you're going to go Diamond, and then you're going to go above, So if you're focusing on teaching, because when I changed my mindset, what am I doing to help my team get to where I am? Because I want everybody on my team to be here. That's when everything exploded, because now they know what they're doing to get there, and it's not about me just working and spinning my wheels and trying. Because we're here to build up leaders. We're here to help you guys become a good leader. And guess what? You're a leader the day that you sign up, because you know more than the person that doesn't know anything and hasn't signed up yet. That person that you're wrapping, you're a leader. You're going to lead them. You're going to show them the way on how to get that 20 pounds lost, or the first distributor that you sign up, you know eSuite. You know how to go to eSuite and log in and go to your training and listen to your training videos. And so now you're going to teach and train them how to find that too. And so a lot of times I know that like a lot of people that are kind of in my position, when you have a lot of people that you're working on training and working with, sometimes it's easier just to do video trainings like this on Hangouts. Why not get all 5 of your top distributors in a video Hangouts call on Google, and you guys work together and bounce things off of each other? Because like, just because I might be the triple diamond leader on my team, that doesn't mean that people on my team don't have really good ideas to share, because a lot of times, like, I actually look to my team for encouragement and ideas on what's working for you. I don't have to have all the answers. I'm a triple diamond and I don't have all the answers. You won't ever have all the answers. You're going to constantly be learning and growing. Ashley did say that, you know, that's a great thing. We're always learning and growing and figuring out new things that are working. And I can fail, but still succeed. I can fail 100 times, but still end up succeeding in this business, because I will maybe post something and be like, oh, that didn't really work. I'm not going to do that again. Or I can say something or try something and realize it didn't work. It didn't get the response that I wanted it to. So I'm not going to do that again. But next week I'm going to do another training, or tomorrow I'm going to do another launch party, or party for a loyal customer or whatever, you know. So I can still find success by just doing. And I can fail a million times and still find success. So one thing that somebody asked was keywords to pique interest in becoming a customer, trying the product or whatever. There really isn't any magic phrase. It's just doing it. It's just presenting what's available. You know, I show my pictures. I share my results because my friends want to see that it's working for me. I was not confident at first. I was very disgusted in my appearance and how I looked. When I first started using It Works products and when I first became a distributor, I was not proud of where I had gotten. And I didn't want people to see that. I was embarrassed, you know. But then once I got over myself and I started showing people, I started in person. This is what it did for me. These are my results after 1. These are my results after 7 reps. This is what it did for me. My business boomed, because now it's much more realistic because I'm a real person to them. And it's not just a picture on Facebook. So when you become transparent and you just show people what it is doing for you, now they're allowed to get a little more real and more vulnerable with you, because you got vulnerable with them. And so start off by just saying, hey, I don't post this on Facebook yet because I'm not to that point where I'm confident enough, but these are my results. Like, as you're wrapping them, show them and tell them what you did and how you got there, and just be so real with them. That right there is going to give you so much potential with what's coming in, with your potential customers and distributors. You know, when I showed my hair, skin, and nails pictures, and I was real, I was like, you know, honestly, as a hairstylist, when they came out with the hair, skin, and nails formula, I was thinking, oh, it's probably not going to work for me. Nothing ever has. And so I tried the product. I did 7 days. I took them every day for 7 days. And I took my first picture and my second picture in the same shirt in the same location. And I was blown away at what happened in just 7 days of use. And when they look at that and they see that difference and they're like, that's just 1 week, and they're wanting to grow their hair out, well, now they know it works because they saw it happen with me. So those are just some of the things that I do. But, you know, we kind of covered that, like Ashley was talking about the adventures, what you're doing, how you're implementing it just in your everyday life. Like you can still go to the pool with your kids and go to the park and go out to dinner with your friends, and maybe you're going to go to the zoo and you're going to the lake and you're doing all these fun things, right? Whatever it may be. You may have a full-time job, because now I'm rewired and I'm a full-time It Works distributor. But even when I was working full-time at the salon or going on outings with my family, I still wore a It Works shirt or a lanyard or a name tag. I still carry my Blitz cards with me. I have my car decal on my car. We went to the zoo one time, and I don't remember if it was zoo or aquarium, but I do this often. I put Blitz cards in my back windshield on my car decal. And I just had them there available. So if people walked by, saw my car decal on my car, they could grab a Blitz card if they were interested in contact me. I highly recommend getting a decal. It really has helped me in my business. I've gotten so many people contact me. I saw your sticker on your car, and I want more information on this. We drive back and forth from Wyoming to like Cheyenne to Denver or whatever. And there's other people that somebody may be driving through from Texas, and they see my car and they see my car decal. Now I got somebody from Texas that's interested. So I really love that, because we like to travel a lot. We like to go places, and oftentimes I'm like, we got to drive my car so we can park it strategically so more people see my decal. So I definitely do recommend getting that. And just utilize the tools that are available to you. And when you do that and you talk to more people, it is a numbers game. If you need to talk to 100 people to get one person interested, and you need 5 people, you need to talk to 500 people. Because literally that is what it is. We just talk to people. You don't need to be afraid to do it. Think about a movie that you saw and you loved it, and you started talking to everybody. Oh my gosh, have you seen such and such? It was such a good movie. We loved it. You've got to go watch it. It's the same concept, but you're talking about your business. You're actually talking about something that's going to improve your life and your wallet and help your family. And so there's nothing to be ashamed about when you are promoting your business. There's nothing. This is your livelihood. This is putting food on your table. This is helping you get out of foreclosure. This is helping you do your little pampering sessions every month that you never got to do before because you're broke and strapped for money. You know, whether you join this business to go get a massage once a month, or be able to get your hair done and not feel guilty about it because you're a stay-at-home mom. We just had Landon, and I was a stay-at-home mom for a year with him. And my husband was a staff sergeant at the time, and we were living on his paycheck on base. And I remembered feeling like I had to ask permission to go get my hair done, which it's just something we do to ourselves. It's not that my husband was making me feel that way, but I just felt like, well, I'm not bringing money to the table. So do we have enough money for me to get my hair done? And that was before I was a hairstylist, you know, so, but it's my thing. I like to have my hair done and look nice and feel pretty. You know, that's how we are as women. We like to feel like we look good and take care of ourselves. So, I understand for those people who join because they want to be able to do that and not feel guilty about it, or they want to get the products because they love them, but they don't have any extra money, so they're going to become a distributor to get their products for free, make enough to buy their own products. And that's really when I started this business. I wanted money to get my products for free so that I could wrap without having to dip into any other funds that I'm making from hair, what my husband makes from the military. And then like an extra, if I could make an extra $500 a month, that would be awesome, because then I could buy a truck for my husband. And, you know, like I had a goal set in place, and I was like, this is what I want. This is what I want to achieve from this. So I'm going to run after it, and I'm going to get there really fast. And so in my first 2 months, I was making $500 extra a month. Now, am I saying like, oh, just sign up and you're going to do this. No, you have to do the work to get there. I was talking to everybody I knew about the wraps, and I sold 8 boxes of wraps in 15 days. Like the first 15 days that I had 8 boxes of wraps, I sold them. And so I got to work and was really excited about it. And then every month my paycheck grew. And so you got to get rid of all the excuses, throw them out, have a goal set in place on what you're wanting to achieve in this business. And don't stop just because it doesn't happen in 1 month, because you're learning and you're growing and you're figuring out what's going to work for you. If you sign up and in 3 months you've only signed 4 loyal customers, don't give up. Talk to your enrolling distributor, talk to the leaders on your team, reach out and say, hey, I just need some ideas, because what I'm doing I feel like isn't working, and maybe we can give you a little bit of insight on some of the things that maybe you're doing to self-sabotage. You got to get away from self-sabotage in this business, and if you're working on your self-development constantly, you're going to grow, and you're going to get more confident in your own abilities. So, these are just some of the things that I hope to instill in my team, is just knowing like the only way to fail is to quit. One of the things that, and I repeat this a lot, but one of the things that I saw at conference my first year, a woman got out there and said, it took me 8 years to become a millionaire with It Works, but I'm a millionaire and I would have never done it without this. And that spoke volumes to me, because I was thinking, gosh, 8 years is nothing. I mean, I've been married 10 years in December and that flew by, so I think 8 years is nothing. I'm not going to become a millionaire in 8 years in my current position. It's not going to happen. And I really just caught the vision by hearing some of the stories at conference. And I kind of had it before, but after that, I really caught the vision, and I knew that I could do it. And I believed in myself. And now I had the tools to do it. So if you have never been to a corporate event, One Team, One Missions, green carpet, conference, you need to go. If you start saving now, you have time to save enough money for conference in January. You need to go. It is such a game changer in this business. Josh and I have a One Team, One Mission that we're planning to do in August 14th in Cheyenne, Wyoming. If you are near us, message me on Facebook. If you're able to come, message me on Facebook. I'll get you the Eventbrite information, so that way you can get your ticket and come. We're going to have Melody and Blair McFarland that are coming. We're going to have Rachel and Jeremy Williamson that are coming. They're Ambassador Diamonds in Fort Collins. And so it's going to be amazing. And we really just want you guys to come and watch what's available to you, see what's available to you, get some ideas to learn and grow in this as well. Ashley, do you have anything else that you want to add to some of the things that I was saying?
I
You want to be famous, don't you? Yeah, that's the thing, like, especially like the millionaire in 8 years, in this business, you have the potential to, we're going to be a millionaire in 8 years, aren't we? In this business, you have the potential to be a millionaire in 8 years. And I was a nurse, and John was in the Navy, and I'm positive we never had that potential. We never had the potential to make $1 million with either one of those. So sorry. Okay, he just wants you to see that really fast. There you go. Okay. But, and it's so easy to come up with reasons for why you can't be successful. I made a video actually about that today. Oh, cat, don't mess all this stuff up. I made a video about that today. Because that's kind of what you do, is you make excuses for why things aren't working, and instead of taking the responsibility, it's just easier. You start it when you're a child, and it's just something you continue. And so, this is a business that you can work any way, anyhow, anytime, anywhere. We've been a perfect example this evening of we did not stop life to work a business and to train our teams. We did not stop life to tell people how they can earn 5 figures a month because we didn't stop life to earn it. We built business with kids. Andrea built business with husband who spends half of the week, doing other stuff. And, I built this business with a husband who was deployed at times, or on missions at times. And I built this business with a little kid who's doing karate.
Oh no, you did not say that. Oh no, you did not say that.
But this is what you do. You can build this business any way, anyhow. And so this isn't just a business for moms. It's not just a business for stay-at-home moms. It's not just a business for, a certain group of people. It's a business for everybody. And we have a simple system for everybody. You do it when you start out and when you're triple diamonds and when you're millionaires. It's the same system, and it's just a matter of doing it. And time's going to go by. Life is going to go by. You are going to get old. You're going to get gray hair. Things are going to break. You're still going to need to pay for things. Like, life is going to go by. But you have the decision every day to wake up and to do life differently. Maybe you don't want to leave your job. That's fine. To be very honest, I love nursing. Like, I have a very difficult time explaining to people who aren't nurses how good it feels to crack somebody's sternum while you're trying to save their life. Like, that's my thing. That's what I do. So, you may not want to quit your job. You may not want to be a stay-at-home mom. You don't have to be. Sometimes they're a little crazy. But you can make the choice every day to define your life. And all it is by taking action. Because days are going to pass, hair's going to turn gray, and you have the choice to, while that happens, take action to change. There, you see Landon and Hayden down there. You have the choice to take action to change their present, or to change their future. And so I just want to encourage you, don't let fear, don't let excuses hold you back from just doing it. Because people are going to have opinions, and I'm going to almost guarantee you the people who have the most opinions are the people who do not pay your bills and would not pay your bills if you needed them to. So don't let, the voice of the few, though they may be loud, you know how we say the squeaky wheel gets the oil, though they may be loud, the voice of the few doesn't need to decide your future. So I would suggest you follow the simple system, commit to developing a schedule. Think that you're worth it enough to change your life, because when you think that you're worth it enough to change your life, you'll do whatever it takes to change your life. And we believe and share with our team all the time that there is good out there with your name on it that God has literally placed for you. And the only people who can claim it are you. And the only person who can chase after it is you. And so we encourage our team at the end of all of our calls to go out there and just chase your good. Because the world needs a little bit of happy, and it needs a little bit of love, and it needs a little bit of just change. Because it's not a fun place to be for most people anymore.
And I can say too, with it works. I have made some of the best friends of my life that encourage me to do more and be better in all aspects of life, not just it works. And I think that it's important to surround yourself with people who love you and care for you and actually push you to go further and to achieve greatness. You don't want to be surrounded by people who hold you back, are jealous, and really just, are showing very ugly faces when it comes to a lot of different things. And so, for me, one of the things that I really love about It Works is the relationships that I have gained from it. I love people. I love being around people. And now I know the people that I'm surrounding myself with are actually good. And the other great thing is I find it a blessing that people's true colors have been revealed in the beginning of this business, because some of them didn't quite support me or have anything good to say.
What she has said.
Yeah, what I said. And so, when you look at it in that way, it's a blessing in disguise, even though I had a lot of stress in the beginning. For those of you who are starting and you're getting a lot of grief for what you're doing, I'm going to say those people didn't need to be in my life. And that was that door opening and closing with them going through it, and me realizing they did not have my best interest at heart, and I was still able to be successful without them supporting me. I didn't need them to support me in order to become successful in this. And sometimes it's going to hurt your feelings, and you're going to think that you actually had a good friend there and they weren't so much. And so I've actually replaced those people by the hundreds with this company. So my cup is filled and I'm overflowed with relationships that are positive and encouraging. And another thing is I'm going to just go ahead and share a little bit. I'm going to let the kids tell you about it. We're getting ready to do something fun.
We are going to a Disney cruise. Okay, so here's what all happened.
I don't need you to go into the whole backstory.
Okay.
No, it's okay. But we're going on a Disney cruise,
Yep.
and we're having our first amazing family vacation that the kids get to go on and we get to experience together. And I can say with Hare and Josh's military check, we would just still be living, it'd be paycheck to paycheck, not really getting to do anything fun. But now we're able to save and do more and pay off debt and not feel guilty about going to do something like this that is creating memories for a lifetime. And we feel so blessed and fortunate to be able to do that. And so It Works is about, changing your life and helping you get to places to cross off those things on your dream board, whatever they may be.
Health.
I love it. It's going to be so much fun. You're going to have such a good cruise.
Plus, we got a trip out of Atlantis, and there's this leap of faith thing. Well, there was a little video. There's a guy who went down the water slide. It makes you go into water where there are sharks. Well, there's sharks in the tubes of water. Well,
It's not in
the
the
first one. No, not in the tubes of water. It's just on the crossing of tubes of water. But then after that, you go where there's no. Go down the leap of faith, which is super cool.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Atlantis, and there's a lot of work.
Anyway, who's the kid?
This is Jackson.
Hi.
I think that's Hayden and Landon.
No, don't mind that.
But we can go ahead and call it a night. And thanks to everybody who watched. And just reach out to your enrolling distributors if you need help. Reach out to your leaders. I know I speak for Ashley when I say this for myself. We're here for you guys no matter what. We are here to encourage you. Like I said, we're encouragers. We are for your success in this business. So, because if we can do it, anybody can. So, but thank you for joining, and you can have a fabulous rest of your evening.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
See you later.